Myths and stigmas have been around for a long time. There's one in particular that bothers me, and I can't believe that it has barely been addressed. Females have been taught many ideas as we grow up, but some of these need to be addressed and broken. Since I was young, both my parents were always fitness lovers. My mom would head to a killer spin class, and my dad would thrive in his running. I'm not sure how many of you ever experienced the kids' drop-off areas in the gyms, but let's just say that I would scream for the entire hour. You could say I fell in love with exercising on my own, but it could possibly be due to the fact that my dad would force my brother and I to run with him, whether we liked it or not. Cardio became ingrained as my exercise activity, and after the continuous reinforcement of my dad, thanks Dad, I actually did start to love it. As we grow up, we're told to dress pretty, put on makeup, and keep to an appealing thinness that is formed from the constructed norms. Well, I'm here to re-educate and empower that female muscularity is sexy, and weight training is the best solution to exercise. Being a female comes with its perks, as well as some other interesting things, but it seems that the only exercise that was fit for women was cardio and aerobic activities. If and when I ever stepped into a gym, the treadmills were the place to go, or a lovely Zumba class. From then, that's all I thought there was being a female. Cardio, cardio, and some more cardio. Never did I think I would be pumping some iron, or even look at a weight. Until COVID came into the picture, and I was stuck at home, I took it upon myself to perform home workouts with weights, and the difference I saw and felt was amazing. But I was more than happy in my room or the patio completing my workouts. It did not cross my mind to venture into a gym once they reopened. I thrived off the privacy of being alone whilst doing my workouts. I was nervous to be around others because I didn't want them to watch me. Living with very active Digs members, I decided to try out a gym, but I did everything I could to avoid the Virgin Active because I was extremely intimidated and I know most of my friends go there. So I joined Kelvin Grove, a smaller gym, and my journey began. I have now fallen absolutely in love with resistance training. Through my journey, I began to notice there was barely one other female in the gym at the same time as me, and it was packed with men, which already made it extremely intimidating, especially when you are learning how to operate some of the machinery. As I saw my own progress, I couldn't understand why women are scared of weights, until I did some research and found that there is a massive lack of knowledge that is preventing women from weightlifting. A big part of women not weightlifting could be due to seeing the weight section filled with testosterone, grunting, sweat, and large males, which does not seem very appealing. It is extremely intimidating trying to start out, especially not knowing how to use any of the equipment, and then large males stare at you while you try and figure it out. Let's not even begin to say how awkward you feel trying to do hip thrusts for the first time. We were taught the idea that weights are for men and cardio or aerobic exercises are for females. There are a ton of reinforced messages that women only work out for weight loss and that men do it for bulking. This could be due to the fact that magazines, such as the good old Women's Health and Cosmopolitan, reinforcing that cardio is the best and to lose weight is all that females should do. Let's also not forget about the lovely Jane Fonda, her leg warmers, and all her workout videos. To put the stigma into context, my friend was taught from a young age if she was running and needed to go up a hill, she should walk, because if she ran, she would get bulky legs. Female weakness has been encouraged for years. Your knight in shining armor will save you, or that anything involving physical activity should be done by men. The empowerment behind lifting weights allows you to feel your own sense of accomplishment and not rely on someone else to do the heavy lifting. The pressures and expectations of all of these things affect the way we go about exercising. So women would constantly be reminded that anything other than cardio or any form of weightlifting would result in looking a little something like this. A scary thought for some. Well, now that times are changing and we're in 2021, some female empowerment needs to happen and be acknowledged. There are large stigmas and social barriers around women's muscularity, and I think it's damn sexy to see a strong female. Once again, female muscularity does not mean looking like a female bodybuilder, but the word toning up may help you understand it a bit better. Marketing has changed females' perceptions of bulking by turning it into toning up. Anything involving the word bulking terrifies women because we have The Rock and Arnold Schwarzenegger in our minds. Toning up is a much more appealing way of introducing females to weightlifting, and slowly but surely, I believe it is going to drive the change. There are definitely a few reasons as to why women don't go to the gym. Taking it back to the 1960s, women were warned that exercise will cause them to stop menstruating and damage their health. Individuals and famous actresses in the 80s and 90s were praised for their thinness and not for being toned. The myth surrounding women's bodies not being able to handle strenuous activities has fortunately evolved, but there are other social barriers which stand in the way. Let's start with this one. If you haven't heard of it yet, gym intimidation or gym intimidation is a thing, and it's chasing women away from the gyms. Women experience a weight stigma which can prevent them from going to the gym. They are much more self-conscious individuals than men, and then there is also the issue of harassment, so no wonder they feel intimidated by it. On top of that, the weight section is an extremely male-dominated space, so it seems to be the right thing to do, to just avoid it at all costs. The social barriers that are preventing women from reaching for the dumbbells are based on the fact that muscles are for men. If you build muscle, it is seen as unfeminine and going against all that we've been taught. Let's not get it wrong though. All that effort and work that you put into your own body is damn sexy. Let's get females to the gyms and weightlifting because in actual fact, it's hurting women's health. There are multiple benefits to resistance training, and worldwide, the stats show that women are less likely than men to get enough exercise. The gender gap at the gym is harming women's health and robbing them of a better future. I keep talking about resistance training, or what I like to call pumping some iron, so I want to give you an understanding of the benefits. It improves your cognitive functioning and reduces the risk of Alzheimer's. It increases your mental well-being as the endorphins released will increase your mood. You'll sleep more soundly. Weight training is better than cardio for relieving stress. Improve your bone density and reduce the risk of osteoporosis. Reduce your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and lower your blood pressure. Ladies, it will boost your libido. Weightlifting improves your body composition by increasing your lean mass and reducing your fat mass. Boost your confidence by not seeing your body through the lens of others, but rather feel it swell and harden under the influence of your own hard work. You are able to learn and respect all of the movements that your body is capable of and be damn proud. Thanks to social media platforms, as well as other things, weightlifting's time to shine for women is now. Women are participating in large numbers, and it's extremely exciting. Females are uplifting each other and sharing their stories. Various hashtags have been created, one called #StrongNotSkinny, that addresses the stigma and changes women's perceptions. 9.3 million posts have been made with the tag. These platforms are allowing women to break the stigmas and understand that lifting a weight will not cause you to look like the Hulk. It's time for females to take charge of their own stories. Women can be strong too. People will educate themselves about nutrition and exercise online. Through videos and content they find, and then utilize this. This has allowed success stories to thrive and break the stigma because the results that are seen by females who are weightlifting is inspiring. We are now seeing a celebration of women's strength as feminine, and it is incredible. People now engage in conversations around being fit and toned, and not skinny, which is a major shift. We are shifting from being skinny to being strong, and it's extremely empowering for women. So what are you waiting for? Be a part of this shift and find your own confidence and strength as a female. Thank you.